In our last class, we treated quadratic equation using the factorization method. Now we want to treat quadratic equation using completing the square method. And if we are looking at this completing the square method, this completing the square method is the method in which we use to derive the quadratic formula, in which can also be called the almighty formula. Now, how do we derive that? We have the general formula of quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the general formula of quadratic equation. Now, we are using completing the square method to solve this, so we can be able to get the quadratic formula. Now, the first thing you are going to do here is you are going to divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. Now, the first thing we are doing is we are dividing all through by the coefficient of x squared. First of all, what's the coefficient of x squared here? It is what? It is this a. The coefficient of x squared is a. So we are dividing all through by a. So it will give us ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. That's over a over a over a. You are dividing what? All through by the coefficient of x squared, which is a. Now this your a cancel this a. So we have x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals to 0 over a will still give us is 0. Now we have x squared plus b over ax. Now we are taking this to the other side. So since this is plus, it will convert to minus, equals to minus c over a. 0, you don't need to put it there because it will still give you, if you say 0 minus c over a, it will still give us minus c over a. Now, the next thing you are not doing, since you have something like this, x squared plus b over ax equals to minus c over a. So you are not going to divide the coefficient of x. You know the first one, you said divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. Now the next one will now be divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it, and add it to both sides. Now we have what? Divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it, and add it to both sides. If we look at the equation here, the coefficient of x here is plus b over a. Now we have to divide it by 2. Then you have something like this, b over a divided by what? 2. Now the next is now what? Square it. We have square it, then add it to what? Both sides. If we look at this, we can still evaluate this. So this will still give us equals to, we have b over a times 1 over 2. Because you have over 1 here, and if this sign is changing to what? Multiplication sign, the denominator and numerator will change. So it will give us what? 1 over 2, then you have your square. So the answer will now be equals to b over 2a squared. Because b times 1 is b, while a times 2 will give us what? 2a, then you have your square. Now since you have been able to evaluate this, now let's now add it to both sides. If we look at this, we have two sides here. We have this side and we also have what? This side. So we are what? We are adding it to both sides. So it's now be x squared plus b over ax, then plus into bracket we are adding this b over 2a, then we have square, then equals to, we have minus c over a, then plus, put that again, b over 2a squared. You can see now we have added it to both sides. This is your b over 2a squared, then you have your what? B over 2a squared. Now what we're supposed to do here is we are supposed to factorize, but there is a trick that we are going to use here. What I just going to do is we are going to pick one x here. You know this is x raised to power 2. It means x times x, and this raised to power 2 means this times of itself. Now you are going to pick one of these and you are also going to put one of these, then you are going to square it together. Now you have your what? Your bracket, then you have x, then plus b over 2a, then you square it together. Then you have your equals to minus c over a plus. Now this square is for both b and 2a. It's not only for b. This square is for both b and 2a. So you have your b square over 2a square will give us 4a square, because this square 2a per 2 will give us 4, while a square, that's how we are able to get the 4a square. Now we continue. Since we have something like this, we can find the LCM of this. Then we have the x plus b over 2a square equals to the LCM of a and 4a square, it is 4a square. Now a in 4a square will give you 4a. Now 4a times minus c will give us minus 4ac. Then you have your plus 4a square in 4a square is 1. Now 1 times b square will give us b square. Now if you have something like this, you cannot add them together because they are not same. So what you are going to do is you are going to square root both sides. You square root both sides. Then you add your squaring or square root both sides. The reason why we are squaring root both sides because we want to eliminate the square. For you to eliminate square, you have to square root. Now we are going to put your square root. Then you have your x plus b over 2a. Then you have your square equals to. Now since you are squaring root both sides, you have to put your plus or minus. Now you have your what? Plus or minus, then another square root minus 4ac plus b square over 4a square. Now you have something like this. This is your square, we cancel this square root. So you are left with x plus b over 2a now equals to plus or minus. You cannot find the square root of this numerator here, but you can find the square root of this denominator here. Now the square root of this denominator here will give us 2a, because square root of 4 it is 2, while the square root of a square it is a. But if you look at the numerator, you cannot find, because a is not doesn't have any square or c doesn't have any square. So what you are going to do is you just put your square root for it, then minus 4ac plus b square, then you have over 2a. You can see before the square root is for both, it's covering both numerator and denominator, but now it's now only covering the numerator, because you have already find the square root of the denominator. Now when you have something like this, you are going to put this b over 2a, you are going to take it to the other side. So now be what? X equals to, since this is plus, to change to minus, that's minus b over 2a. Then you have plus or minus root minus 4ac plus b square, then over 2a. Now when you have something like this, it is very easy for you to find the LCM, because this is fraction and this is also fraction. So it's not what? X equals to, now what's the LCM of 2a is still what? Is still your 2a. Now 2a and 2a is 1 times minus b will give us minus b. Then you have your plus or minus. Now 2a and 2a is 1. Now 1 times root minus 4ac plus b square is still root minus 4ac plus what? B square. So you can now say that what? X equals to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Now this is the quadratic formula. X equals to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is how to get the quadratic formula of quadratic equation.